We need to talk about these 31 Cyber Week deals for content creators, and there's some really juicy deals inside of here. Let's jump into them. The first is the NiceRig Vlog Selfie Mirror for your camera or your phone. This is coming in at 20% off, and this is one of our favorite tools. Why? Because you want to use the front-facing camera when filming on your phone. Yes, you have your selfie screen on the screen side, but the camera is not as good on that side. So how can you actually frame up your shot? You get one of these mirrors and of course the accessories around it. Now you also might have a DSLR or mirrorless camera that does not have the flip to selfie screen. Problem solved with this little tool. And so you can check out links to all of these deals and products in the description down below if you want to learn more about these. But this is definitely one of our favorite tools. And Omar on the team made an in-depth video about it if you want to check it out. Secondly, we have the UBeesize Softbox Photography Light Kit. This is best deals under $50. And so the fact that this guy comes in at $50.39 for two soft boxes, the bag and two bulbs, really killer deal. Now this is a fixed color temperature. That's not a bad thing, but that's something to know because I've got another light kit that I would recommend here, and it is the MOUNTDOG softbox lighting kit. Now what's the difference? Well, this particular one is 20% off, and one of the things to look for on screen, which you can see there, is lowest price in 30 days. A lot of these sales are probably going to be happening throughout the holidays. But if you can find the red tag that doesn't just say like cyber deal, but says the lowest price in 30 days on Amazon, then you know you're really getting a great price. And this one has really an upgraded LED light inside that allows you to do multiple different color temperatures. And Nolan actually did an in-depth review of this light. So in either case, remember, you only get one here, whereas you get two here. You're right around 50 in either case. And so definitely some lights worth checking out. Now, this is my favorite deal, I think, in the entire list. This is a Movo shotgun microphone. You could, of course, could mount this on like an accessory shoe for your smartphone. So if you had a little smartphone thing, you could put it on the shoe. And of course, on top of a DSLR. But check out this deal. So if you do this right, and I just purchased this, then what you're actually getting is you're getting the shotgun mic at 36% off. I do believe this is a lightning deal, so check it out soon. But if you add this mic to cart, so there's an additional promo where you can get a lav mic. Now, Sean, why would I want both? Well, a shotgun mic is going to be away from you on the mount. A lav mic is going to be something you can actually attach to your shirt or to your jacket or something like that. And so the powerful thing here is they will give you this microphone free. So here's what happened. I added this to cart, free shipping, plus the lightning deal price, an extra $7.99 off, plus a $12 promotion of the free microphone for $34.64. Now I understand this is a US deal. And of course, either now or later, we'll have genius links in the description so you can check out local deals globally. But ultimately, this is my favorite deal on the entire list. For $34.64, you've got the shotgun Movo microphone and a lav mic for content creators. If you need some good audio, which you should definitely think about audio, that is one to check out. All right, next is the Neewer magnetic RGB light. This is a lightning deal as well. We're talking 41% off, really good savings. And hit like if you're getting value out of this video. And I've been up all morning for a couple hours doing research to find you these deals. If you appreciate videos like this, definitely hit like, and then let me know what are you shopping for this season and what is on your gear list and upgrade list. But this particular light, and there's a lot of cool lights like this. What I like is, one, it is RGB, so you can, shine different color tones on your background or on yourself to get creative. But it's also magnetic, so you can see this use case, put that on the side of your RV, put it on a gym frame when you're lifting, put it on a fence. So kind of some versatility there for if you're out and about creating content. It is chargeable with the USB-C, and it is it's got a good battery life, they say. And then you also have multiple cold shoes. So on all sides of the light, you can mount things. So notice the example, you could combine a couple of these lights together. You could mount a microphone on top. You can mount other accessories on the side. So Neewer got a pretty good reputation of really being innovative and just creating budget tools for content creators, I think this one's checking out. This is a lightning deal, so that's a limited time. Next up is this 10-inch ring light with a 50-inch extendable tripod stand. That's not super tall, but that's pretty tall. And this would be that great gift idea or something for yourself or somebody else because you want to make TikToks, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels all season long. 52% off, so really good savings on there. And the cool thing, right, is that the smartphone holder goes both vertical and horizontal. So if you wanted to sit down and record some YouTube videos, horizontal, great. If you want to record some YouTube Shorts or TikToks, great. Pretty cool. And all of these, I think, since these are under $50, make for pretty cool gift ideas for the content creator in your life, or even somebody who's just thinking about getting into content and accessorizing your phone, which leads us to this camera phone mount tripod holder by Ulanzi. Lowest price in 30 days, 33% off for Cyber Monday. And what I like about this one, this is kind of a mid-tier in terms of build quality that is going to go horizontal and vertical. And so you can imagine this setup right here. You've got the shoe on either side. If you wanted to put a mic on one side, the light on the other side, and you're going to still need a tripod of some kind. Mind you, this is just the phone holder. But the build quality a little bit better. And you've got the, in this case, somebody be using their phone for like a monitor, I assume through Bluetooth, maybe some extra features, or which would actually work. If you wanted to make, if your camera has Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, and then you have the app, you could use this, flip your phone to selfie, and then you just created a selfie monitor on top of your camera. I hope that makes sense. It also has the thread there in case you want to thread that onto something. Which brings us to the next out of our 31 top deals, which would be this extendable mini camera tripod. So you would get both of these things in unison. This is 28% off, comes in at $18. I recently purchased this. Omar had already recommended it for going on a trip to Israel. And so Ulanzi, love the build quality. It doesn't get super big, but just big enough and can shrink down. The other thing I use this for, and I'm going to show you this in just a second. It's the higher level build quality for also bigger phones. The other thing I use this for, I felt like an absolute G in the airport recently on a trip to Bellingham. I like had this out. They go, put away your tray tables, you know, and I had it like put up. They don't allow you to put it on the seat. Like I had to move it here. So I was like holding it on my lap, had my like downloaded Netflix videos with my phone holder and with my little tripod, which I could stick this in the seat back, hold it up myself, kind of different ways to use it. So you could picture different use cases here, you know, smartphone, move your webcam higher behind your laptop, pretty cool things. Now, this is the one, this is, you know, double the price of the one I just recommended, but this is a cell phone tripod mount from Ulanzi that is just absolute pro quality, something you can be proud of. You know what I'm saying? So I have never regretted purchasing this. It's called the Iron Man 3 because it's just pro build quality. Again, you get what you pay for. So this is 20% off on this Cyber Monday deal right now. And it's just a step above. And big point here, you do want to make sure that the total spread of your cell phone holder is large enough to hold a larger phone if you've got some kind of an Android or Pro Max phone. And so this is my favorite one, you know, just to go back and show you the price difference. This guy was $20, but you can tell if you look at it, good quality, but doesn't compare to the Iron Man coming in at $31.99. Anyone in your life is going to love this. Like, wow, I just upgraded my whole, we just went to the Gucci version of cell phone holders at only $31.99. Not a bad deal. Now, this is not under $50, but I want to just show you one of my favorite cameras we recommend here at Think Media, the Sony ZV-1. It's still 14% off at $638. But here's a crazy thing for anyone who owns a Sony ZV-1. If you realized, or you probably knew this if you have one, that it doesn't really get very wide on the shot, right? It only goes 24 millimeter. And if you use the image stabilization, it crops in even more. So it brings up a problem. For vlogging situations, it's not really wide enough. Well, there is a solution. You can buy this wide angle lens, glue this onto your lens, which is, as soon as I use the word glue, people start to get a little bit uncomfortable, right? And so you don't really want to glue anything onto your lens. So what do you do? Well, I'm super pumped because Neewer just released a clamp-on lens that you could screw on with an Allen wrench to the ring of your ZV-1, no problem. And then you can clip a macro lens on there. So you have a 10x macro lens. And then if you go in front of that, you could do your wide angle lens. This goes a little past $55, but ZV-1 camera owners, or if you're thinking about getting a ZV-1, this is I would say must buy. Now, full transparency, we already ordered this as soon as it dropped. Video coming soon on Think Media, but it's got great reviews from what we could tell so far. It's 31% off. And so if you have a ZV-1, I think this is a absolute pickup. And I'm excited because now you don't have to put any glue on your lens. Again, it's going to clamp around. This is not a ZV-1, but it's going to clamp around this part. And so you can take the lenses on and off. And now in your little, cool little fanny pack that you're wearing across your chest because you're Gen Z and you're looking awesome, you've got all your accessories to head out, hit the streets, vlog. And so this, in the past, right, you had to glue it on, as you can see in this left image. On the right side is now you have this reusable lens that you can put the extension tube right around your ZV-1, use that Allen wrench that comes with it to screw it on there. And then you could put on a macro lens as well. So what is a macro lens? If you want to get like really cool shots of coins or like your watch. So for product review videos, for getting closer to stamps or cards or Pokemon cards, you want like the ultimate setup for 2023. Pick up a ZV-1, pick up this accessory, and you're good to go. Now, next is our professional wireless lav mic here. This is the iPhone version. We're talking 48% off. So this is definitely a great pickup. This particular mic is so you could plug this into your Lightning port, clip it onto your shirt, start making content. Now, there's also a USB-C version, so you're good either way if you want to go Android. USB-C version's 50% off, and that comes in at $23. And so really great mic. We have tested these and get your audio up, right? If you're thinking about your checklist for content creation, write down this acronym, AVLS. What's my audio going to be? What's my video going to be? What's my lighting going to be? And what's my stabilization going to be? That's why we're talking about a lot of microphones, lights, tripods, vlogging, tripods, selfie sticks, stabilization, lighting. And so upgrading your lighting doesn't have to break the bank. And I think what we're proving here is that it's possible to build a battle station or a content creation rig accessorizing your smartphone in 2023 on a budget, no doubt, especially using what we're recommending. And I've got some really good deals towards the end of this video, so stick with me. The Blue Snowball USB microphone is on sale, 20% off. They've been pushing this all of this holiday. This would not be my favorite mic, but a lot of people like this mic. Nothing wrong with it. But if I'm you, I'd be picking up the Razer Seiren Mini USB mic. This is at $37.99. That's 24% off, and very compact and great reviews. Good for streamers, but anybody could use it. It's very it's minimal, right? So it's not going to show up in any kind of crazy way. Now, if you spend a little bit more, I would go with the Razer Seiren X. You've got, yes, the desk shock mount, but you, of course, can mount it on a scissor arm as well. Comes in right under $50, 50% off. This is a $100 microphone. Really good deal. And as a reminder, you can see, I know I'm going fast, a list of all these deals in the YouTube description. Those are our affiliate links. If you pick up a USB mic or you haven't picked up a suspension scissor boom stand yet, for 21% off, you can grab the InnoGear. I have this one and can vouch for it. It's a great mic. Now, here's a huge key. Max load is 3.5 pounds is what it has. It's telling you that others only have 2.2 pounds. Convert that to your international kilograms or whatever that is if you're watching internationally. But one thing I'd recommend is, again, if you're going to purchase anything, make sure that your smartphone holder gets wide enough for the size of your phone. You're going to purchase a scissor arm. Make sure that the load capacity can hold the microphone that you want to actually put on it. So most USB microphones are not that heavy, but some are. So you can read the fine print on the Amazon listing to just make sure that that's going to be able to support you. But this one definitely will. These right here are your cable management ties. So you can pull those out, clamp this onto your desk, nice and easy. Again, 21% off, comes in at $40. All these deals are right under 50 or close to 50. Next is this HDMI to USB video capture card. We've bought this a couple times at Think Media. We use this. This is basically a budget version of the Cam Link. The Elgato Cam Link comes in at $150. For $17, you can essentially accomplish the same thing. And notice on the screen that this is 15% off, but there is a coupon. Very hard to see, but right here is a coupon that'll give you an additional 8% off at this moment on Amazon. So already a very affordable capture card. There's really two ways to stream with a pro camera or just a mirrorless camera, a DSLR. First is to ask, does your camera have any kind of streaming software included with it? And the new-ish Canon cameras and Sony's, they will give you software so you can just plug in USB. You don't need this capture card. But if you want to use HDMI and turn your DSLR or mirrorless camera into a webcam, then just pick up one of these and you're good to go. And as you can see kind of on screen, their image, the example there is you're plugging that into, in this case, it's some kind of tablet, but you plug that into a USB port in a laptop or your PC or your Mac, whatever. And then you're going to plug in the HDMI cable into the capture, and then you're going to plug it into your camera. Now, today's video is brought to you by StreamYard. Shout out to StreamYard. If you go to streamwiththink.com, you can actually get a 14-day free trial, no card required. And thank you, StreamYard, for making this stream possible. I'm streaming on StreamYard right now, whether it's recording our Think Media podcast, which comes out every Tuesday on our other YouTube channel, whether it's interviewing guests or multiple guests or collaborating, whether it is doing live streams like this one. And if you're wondering, Sean, how are you putting your screen large and moving yourself all around? You know, how are you doing all these things? It's super easy with StreamYard. Right now I'm streaming to YouTube, smash like if you're watching this, but we're also streaming to some Facebook pages. I think 4 different Facebook pages and groups. So if you're on Facebook, shout me out. Let me know where you're watching from. All of that is made possible with StreamYard, the easiest to use live streaming software. And so grab a 14-day trial, no card required, at streamwiththink.com. And they just added a new feature called the Perfect Record feature, which allows to not just stream like this, but also to capture high quality versions of your stream and your guest stream, as many guests as you have, in the background, which upload to the cloud. Why would you want to do that? This competes with some of it really makes StreamYard the leader in the industry now, because now you cannot just live stream with maybe a more compressed bit rate, but you also have that perfect video recording in the back end if you want to do a fancier edit or edit together your video podcast later. Pair StreamYard with some of the tools we're talking about here, and you really are truly building a content creation super pack for 2023, which brings us to our next deal, which is dummy batteries and continuous power supplies in general. If you use the link in our description, this will just take you to a page where I need to warn you, you got to pick out your specific camera. So what's the point of this? Well, if you're going to buy that capture card, get an HDMI cable and plug in your pro camera, you don't want your camera to run the battery down and turn off while you're streaming. How do you solve that? You get a continuous power battery that plugs into the wall and you're off to the races. Lots of these are on sale. So I'm using this right now on a GH5 at our Seattle office. I use Sony cameras, so I bought 3 of these. We use Canon cameras. There's one for the M50. There's one for, we've used them all. So these are really cool for live streaming or just bringing continuous power to your camera, skipping past the battery, which can be especially frustrating, right? If you also are even filming and your battery dies and you have to wait for it to charge. Now, no big deal. You can just plug it into the wall and really great buy. Okay, the Zoom U22 handy audio interface. Earlier, someone was asking about on one of our previous streams, a budget audio interface, 50% off, coming in at $49. This is the reason you would use this is because you're not going to get a USB microphone that just plugs into USB. You're going to get a nicer microphone that uses an XLR cable. Well, Sean, where do I plug my XLR cable in? You plug it into your audio interface, and then you're able to monitor from here. You're able to then plug the left and right out. These would probably go into your speakers that are on the desk, on your desk for, if you want, like if you're on a laptop and just on the road, now you have a powered Phantom Power XLR audio interface. But if you want to have some, RCA speakers on your desk, you've got that, and you've got Phantom Power included, and you can actually power this off a tablet or off USB or battery or off USB, which is cool, whatever. So cool audio interface that may be interesting to some of us in the Think Media community. Next is the Logitech Litra Grow Premium LED streaming light. This hooks onto your monitor, 17% off, comes right in under $50 at $49.99. And if you're a big streamer, if you just want to do Zoom meetings a little bit more professionally or light yourself up where you're recording on the road, throw that on top of your monitor and you're good to go. Highly reviewed, highly rated. You've got the soft color. You can control the color temp. You've got a diffuser on there, mounted on your monitor, built-in cable management, USB power, brightness control, on and off button. Logitech makes really quality products. There's certainly more budget options, but I sometimes think I want to go with the more known brand. They might pay a little bit more, but you are getting the brand's reputation behind the product. The Pop Voice Professional Lavalier mic is 28% off. I've tested a lot of the Pop Voice microphones. I like them. Again, another option to just get a microphone that will plug into your DSLR or specifically your smartphone that you can clip to your shirt. In this case, you might plug it into your dongle, like on your iPhone or Android before it goes into your phone. If you don't have a headphone microphone input, no big deal. Good way to go to get better audio. But as a reminder, the Movo deal I mentioned earlier, you could get a shotgun mic and a lav mic for free included in that bundle. So look in the description if you're just joining for that deal, which brings up the point of the greatest gift of all time, which is extra lightning connectors for iPhone users. I'm so pumped that Anker made a lightning connector. One, because I lose my dongle all the time. Two, because actually one of the weakest aspects of the iPhone workflow is how crappy the dongles are. Three, this is the most lost thing. I have four, and I've lost them all every time, and I lose them instantly. So this is the lowest price in 30 days, $15.99. I love Anker's. I would shop anything Anker if you're looking for just power cables that are cool, different colors, durable. I really actually always go with Anker if I can. And so 20% off, really worth checking out if you're an iPhone user. And if you know somebody that has an iPhone, kind of weird, but like this, ain't nobody gonna complain if this is in their stocking. Like, I have one, I know where it is, but thank you for the backup. You know what I mean? Like this is a win-win thing right there. SmallRig 71-inch tripod. Now, Omar recommended this. It does come in right over $55.99, but it is the lowest price in 30 days. So it's $5 over our $50 goal. But really great savings. Save 20% from this. Is good for tall people. 71 inches is nice and tall, and we can vouch for it. We've tested it. It does come with a smartphone mount, which is nice. You don't have to buy anything extra. You can see that in the upper left-hand corner. But as a reminder to you, if you look at that thing is plastic, right? It's plastic on plastic. It's cheap, which is fine. But this is why I got to go with the Iron Man. Because I use this multiple times a week. Mainly, I'll sit over here for just going live on Instagram or for watching movies on the plane. And so nothing against the plastic on plastic smartphone holder, but just a thought about them throwing that in there. Next is the Apurature Amaran LLM9 light. This is a very popular light because it gets very bright. Apurature is another one of those premium brands. This is 50% off. Now, it is just the one color temperature, but it gets crazy bright. And there has been many times where I have been the coolest person at the party when it's nighttime, it's time for the group shot. Forget if it's nighttime in the house, but nobody has good lighting in their house. That's a separate conversation. Nobody has very much lighting in their house. And so we're in a situation, let's take a group photo. Out of my pocket comes my Apurature AL-M9, and boom, all of a sudden it's like, hallelujah, right? And so it is actually, can't really go wrong having a light in your kit with you. That Neewer one is worth considering early on, but I can vouch for this one. It's super bright, super quality. The CRI 95 Plus is the color accuracy. Apurature, if they're going to put their name on it, it's going to be a good light. Another recommendation from Omar is quick release plates. The Ulanzi F38. This is 20% off. And Sean, why would I want this? Well, if you've noticed that sometimes tripod plates are like, they take a while to put on and off. You're trying to find a screwdriver. You're trying to find a coin. And if you ever want to click your camera on a tripod, but then move it to say another tripod, or move it from a tripod to like your handheld, and you just want to click it on and move it over and click it on. So these were huge for me doing video production in like as a wedding videographer, because I would have all of the same quick release plates on 1 or 2 or 3 cameras. And I would have the same plates on my slider to get those panning shots, my glide cam, this back in like 2010, back glide cam days. Now it's all about like powered gimbals, but I would have it on my glide cam. I would have it on my monopod, and I would have it on my tripod just for workflow. So not for everybody necessarily, but if that sounds like something you're like, man, I want to speed things up, it releases quick. And if you get a couple of them, you then can mount your accessories really quickly. And that's a great thing to have in your kit. Another one is this extendable selfie stick tripod for action cameras. So this is going to be for lighter cameras or 360 cameras. We're talking 31% off. If that's you want kind of that pole situation and you're doing a DJI or GoPro or Insta360 or something like that, definitely worth looking at. $19, cool thing to pay attention to. We also got the SanDisk 128 gigabyte Extreme, 40% off. This is a good thing to shop for. It's always good to stock up on cards. I just bought 2 of these in preparation for my trip to Israel. And huge key is notice the 150 megabytes per second on the card there. There's different cards have different speeds. And so sometimes you might be like, my camera can record 4K, but why is it not working? It could be the card speed. You might be like, I'm taking photos, but like it's buffering forever. It actually could be the card that is slowing down and causing your camera to go slower. So you want to make sure you also don't need to overkill it. You don't need to buy like the fastest card speed ever if the camera can't really support that, but definitely something to consider investing in. Your cards might be outdated. And so something to definitely look into. And then this mini tripod behind my monitor right now is a tabletop tripod. Why does that matter? Well, sometimes your tripod actually can't get low enough. So this camera comes right over my 27-inch monitor in front of me that I'm filming on right now. And so this is a Neewer tabletop tripod. This thing's a little heavier, which is nice, right? So you can put that, extend it just at tabletop heights. And this guy's 21% off, I think worth looking at as far as a deal to just pay attention to if that sounds interesting to you. Speaking of which, as we're building out our battle stations for content creation in 2023, these desk mount light stands are pretty awesome. Now, Elgato will charge you a fortune for this exact same thing, but this heavy duty adjustable stand is already a good deal, but it's 20% off. And it's just an alternative. Clamps onto your desk. You can unscrew and screw to adjust the height, and then you do have a adjustable tripod mount essentially, so you can get that perfect angle. What's the use case for this? Well, at my Seattle office, that is the Elgato with the Elgato stand. So to put a light up there, if you wanted to mount a light but have a clean, lean stand, you could use it this way. But here's the other way to consider using this. That is a Sony ZV-1 pictured with the red arrow pointing to it. And it's on top of this stand off to the side. That's for a second angle of my setup in Seattle. And so, again, just really $17, can't really go wrong. You could mount a lot of things on this. Do I want to get my, iPad up in the air? Do I want to get something in the air? And then finally, the Anker PowerConf 2K webcam. Yes, 2K images, Anker, super solid brand, well reviewed, 44% off. I believe this is a lightning deal, so it may, check out the links in the description and jump on these deals soon because some of these will go up. I'm sure you could still get a deal on this throughout the holidays. But if you're ready to level up that webcam experience, I'm really excited about this webcam. We got a video coming soon at Think About This. If you haven't heard, we're in the middle of thinktechweek.com. And so there's all kinds of deals and videos happening. If you haven't been there yet, we are doing a giveaway of a complete YouTube studio. We have a bunch of FAQs. Sean, I got a bunch of questions about tech. Go to thinktechweek.com and we have a whole FAQ section about lighting, cameras, tripod, all kinds of different things there. And then if you actually want to check out a video about my Seattle studio, as I mentioned, just to get some ideas about building a battle station. Click or tap the screen. That video goes into detail and I think will be very educational and valuable for you. Hit like if you got value out of this video. Let me know what's on your shopping list. My name is Sean Cannell, rhymes with YouTube channel, and I'm excited to see you in a future video.